competition has been a good week last week?
Yeah, it's been an excellent week. We've had a good training week since obviously Friday. It was a good way to end a good big training week for us, and on a real positive. Thought obviously we showed a lot of good intent to play, we scored some good tries. Did obviously leave some out there, and still obviously a lot of improvements to make, and hopefully we'll make those going into Worcester the weekend. Obviously it will be a different challenge altogether.
A different challenge, you mentioned their coach Richard Taylor's come out and said that he's planning to field a full 15 regardless if it's a dead rubber. Is that something that excites you as a coach?
Oh, definitely, it really excites us. I think obviously you find out more, but the younger boys have put in a good performance last Friday. It'll be interesting to see if we can back that sort of performance up. And obviously with Worcester likely to field a full strength team, that's exciting for us as Ospreys, and that's where we want to challenge ourselves against the best teams. And obviously they'll pose a test at set piece, line-out time, they'll have probably a good drive mentality. Obviously it'll be a real test for us, but it's an exciting challenge which we will be looking forward to taking.
You mentioned the set pieces there. Phil Davis looks after the forwards there. What sort of shape do you expect him to work in this scrum?
Oh, look, I think they'll have a go at us in scrum, which they probably pride themselves on, as we do. Line-out, I've looked at a lot of footers, they do seem to drive a lot of ball, but it's something that we'll be looking to impose ourselves in the game rather than worrying what Worcester do.
After having the brewery field behind you, how much are you looking forward to testing your players in another Premiership ground?
Oh, it's going to be superb. Like Worcester's a tight ground. Hopefully it'll be a packed stadium again, and like it's a different challenge. Obviously, like we had all the support on Friday night, which was exceptional. It was great to be part of for the players, and they all spoke about it after. They found it really exciting and really enjoyed themselves, but it'll be a different proposition where everything will be against them on the weekend, but you tell a lot from people from those sort of environments, and it's a real challenge, but I think it makes it really, really exciting.
How impressive, we had Eli Walker through here before, how impressive have you been that he's handled this step up from the academies to playing for Swansea to now with the region?
Yeah, look, it's something the Ospreys pride themselves on, the play pathway, and like you've got Eli coming through, also you've got youngsters like Hanno, you've got Luke Morgan from Bridgend coming through, so there are a pool of young wingers coming through. Eli's done very well in fairness to come through. He's like obviously played a lot of good stuff for Swansea. Obviously he played up the Brits, which is a great experience for him, and then he backed it up then playing obviously against Newport, and we still obviously there's a lot for Eli to improve. He is a talent without any shadow of a doubt, but like as in all young players, there's plenty to improve on, but he is definitely a talent.
It was a nice try of his, wasn't it, against the Dragons?
Oh yeah, like that's what pace, he's got bags of pace. If he comes off his wing, looks for work, and obviously he stood someone up and scored, and not many people can do that, so that's the talent that Eli's got, and obviously it's exciting for us as Ospreys and for Eli himself.
With obviously this, you mentioned Shane earlier, a bit of speculation about him, there's a bit of speculation about Tommy Bowe as well, possibly moving Friday. How important is it that you do progress the likes of Hannah, Eli?
Yeah, look, obviously Tommy and Shane are Osprey players, so I don't think it'd be fair to comment any more on them, but like you said, we're always looking for young talent. We look in all sort of areas. We've got a pathway we stick to. We've got a lot of young players from within the area as well as the pathway come through, so that's what we look for within the Ospreys, players obviously from within and from obviously getting them in the pathway, and they've had a lot of experience in tutoring as it goes along, so it's exciting to see likes of Hanno, Eli, and I'm sure there'll be a lot more to follow.
Who was the other guy you mentioned, sorry?
Hanno Dirksen.
Yeah, so Hanno, Eli and...
Hello, Eli. Luke was starting for Wales 20s this weekend. He came on last week. He's 19. You've got Hanno, who's sort of...
Is he a centre or wing?
Hanno is a winger. We pushed him into centre on the weekend, but like obviously he's starting on the wing. There'd be no reason, possibly in future down the line, he could possibly play centre.
Will Stefan Walterman be fit?
Stefan won't be fit. He's struggling with his hip. He was carrying it a little bit before the game, but in fairness, he fronted up, put in a decent performance as well. He's trained today with the physios, but he hasn't come through to be available for the game.
What sort of team you plan to put out? Is it similar one to the Dragons?
Yeah, there'll be a couple of changes. Obviously, there's a couple of boys who've gone to Wales 20s, like Luke, Ross Jones. They've gone with them, so we'll look to bring Fussell back in. but it would be along the lines of last week.
Any other sort of new faces we haven't seen, any youngsters coming through that we haven't seen yet?
But Joe Rees will start. Aaron is he's injured, so he'll start. It'll be the same second row partnership. James King will be back from injury, which is really good for him, really pleasing for us. Everything else is more or less the same, I think.